It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Early season's greetings, NBA fans. I'm Ernie Johnson. Thanks for joining us. Got Shaquille O'Neal here. Got Kenny the Jet Smith here for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll be watching the Indiana Pacers playing against the Boston Celtics. Well, for Boston, a win tonight would make it 3 victories in their first 4 games of the season. That would be a nice little run to start the year. One of the fun players to watch tonight, Isaiah Thomas. He was the last player selected from his draft class of 2011. But, Shaq, I bet GMs want a redo on that one, man. He can just dominate games offensively.
You know, he's not really tall. He's 6-something, not above 6'4", but this guy's fearless. You know, his speed and quickness of the release of the shot, he can get a shot anytime. And what I really like about him, he's gritty. He'll fight you.
If he's more than 5'11", I'd be surprised. But when he gets in the zone, he's one of the most difficult players to handle. He could take over a game, Ernie. His quickness, his speed, just all-around offensive prowess.
Is he anything like the other Isaiah Thomas?
No, he's different. The original, the OG Isaiah Thomas was very, I would say, a leader, more of a leader. He's more a lead guard. Get it? He likes to score. This guy led the team.
Nice.
Thank you.
You got the Shaq seal of approval.
Yes.
What more can you want? It's almost game time.
I got the shield. Get it?
At power forward, at 6'9" number 5, Lavoy Allen. At center, 6 feet 10 inches, number 27, Jordan Hill. At guard 6'2", IUPUI, number 3, the hometown hero, George Hill. At the shooting guard position, at 6'3", number 11, Monte Ellis. Starting at the other forward position, standing 6'8", number 13, Paul George. Your home team head coach is Frank Vogel. Let's hear it.
The Pacers look to take charge, and we're going to bring it to you here from Indianapolis, Indiana. Well, it was the Indiana Pacers winning their last game against the Pistons in Detroit. And that was a close call. They pulled it out with a win and just 2 points at that. But it wasn't easy.
How about the energy level defensively in that game? I mean, they made finding an open shot a very difficult task for their opponents.
And it wasn't just in the half court. I mean, I thought they were excellent in transition defense as well. They didn't give up any easy baskets because they always had good floor balance and got back after the miss.
So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. Sullinger and Zeller are the duo down low. Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side. And it's Crowder in at the 3 slot. Now, here's Thomas following the miss by Monte Ellis. And that one's good. Thomas got the first points of the night for the Celtics.
Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Well, the quick high release negated any height disadvantage he had right there.
Here's Hill. Kicks it to Hill. And stolen by Thomas. He dishes it to Zeller. To the middle. Bradley passes to Sullinger. Shot clock at 5. The Celtics working the ball around now. And it's sent back by Hill. Ellis against Bradley. And Hill has it in the corner. Off target with his 3. Well, for Jordan Hill, something wonderful happened to him last season. The breakthrough he'd been waiting for on his 6th year.
Yeah, Kevin, you know, it had to do, and I think correlated with him getting a chance to start games, and it blew up for him from there. Posted career-high averages across the board.
Pacers on defense. Crowder with it. Zeller up top. He's guarded by Hill. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. Thomas got his second basket of the night. For Boston, they come into this one following a loss to the San Antonio Spurs.
And really, had they just shot their average from the free throw line in that game, I think that probably changes the outcome.
No doubt. I mean, because there is a carryover effect when you're not having success at the line.
Now, here's George. Coming off a stellar performance against Detroit. And the basket by Hill.
Good open look, and he splashes home the three.
George! Celtics have gone 2 of 3 here to start off the game. Picked by Zeller. Zeller, a screen on Hill. To the paint, off the pick, and the dunk by Zeller.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spots. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Well, Doris, an interesting game. Moments ago, you had a chance to talk with head coach Frank Vogel. What do you have to say?
Coach had nothing but praise for his players, saying they played as well as I've ever seen them play. Everyone is making the right decisions, and honestly, they're playing so well, they don't even need a coach right now. That's an interesting sentiment, guys.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. Here's Thomas, following the basket by George Hill. Sullinger the screen. And Thomas, here we go. And that one's good. Thomas got 6.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Ellis kicks to Hill. Allen outside. There's the dish to Ellis. Down low, Hill. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. But Clark, we've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
Yeah, we sure have. I mean, it's been a bit of a windshield wiper game. I mean, back and forth, the lead has gone 5 times, so no one in clear control yet.
And, guys, I think each team knows they can win this game, just a matter who can catch that momentum. And Isaiah Thomas, traded last season from Phoenix over to Boston, seemed to be a matter of fit and not production as to why they moved him.
You were talking about Isaiah Thomas. He had no love lost for the Suns. In their first meeting, he took them apart, Clark, on the floor. Remember that game? Stared them down as he was hitting shots. Looked at that bench, man. He had a big chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, and you know, most guys that are a little undersized and have battled doubters all their careers bring that kind of edge anyway. You throw in the fact that he was disappointed how the trade unfolded. He was amped up and ready for that return visit.
Everyone knows about the Paul George injury from last year and how it affected the Pacers. He said almost the entire season, and there was no doubt they missed him.
Yeah, and when George came back, Kevin, the Pacers got hot, but they had to put him on a minutes limit. And it wasn't just George, though. The team as a whole had a lot of injuries during the course of the season.
And, you know, as you said, the Pacers did have problems with injuries. The team roster missed 219 games due to injuries. So compare that to the 69 games missed by the Pacers in 2014. Big difference.
Hill kicks to Allen. The kick out to Hill. And the pass to Hill. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And really, guys, the most telling part of the Pacers' injury troubles was this. Had to use 15 different starting lineups over the course of the season. Just hard to stay consistent and competitive when you are always replacing an injured player in the lineup.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
He's off on the first.
Well, you know, last season I thought the Celtics made some strong waves in the East. I mean, they kept fighting and fighting all season long, and they ended up in the playoffs because of that never give up attitude.
He hits the second from the line. And for the Celtics, 28 of their 40 wins on the season came against the East. Not impressive, but it got the job done in a conference which could be had at times, obviously.
That's true, but what should be noted, Kevin, about the Celtics against the East is just how well they played against the Eastern Conference playoff team. Right. I mean, against the East top 8, they shot a lot better and executed a lot better as well. So you can see them stepping up their game against the competition.
And George, here we go. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Everyone understands the importance of Paul George to the ball club. That's why taking his offensive game to the next level would be so beneficial.
Yeah, he has all the physical tools, the instincts, and obviously he has made those strides. But if he wants to become a top 5 guy, he's still got a little bit of work to do in terms of his game.
All right now, gentlemen, truth shots, move shots.
The first one falls.
For my man PG, Paul George, so much focus has been on extending his range, but ever since he started launching over 5 3-pointers a game, he shot under 43% from the field. Maybe time for him to balance out that shot selection.
Celtics making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. And George drops them both.
And guys, talking about Paul George, the continued improvement of his ball handling is key to generating more offense. That was a weakness of his coming out of college. He's worked on it, but making it a strength the way LeBron has would go a long way toward getting him to that next level.
Ellis down low. Thomas is on him. It's George on the wing, guarded by Bradley. George against Thomas. The 8-footer, and it's sent back by George. Ellis down low, guarded by Bradley. Ellis can't get it to go.
They really depend on him to convert those chances. A lot of times, even with solid D draped on him, they expect him to make it.
Here's Sullinger. Can't get it to go. So Indiana will take it the other way. George dishes to Ellis. Here's the teardrop. The kick out to Hill. Hill passes to George. Jacks up a 3. Good. The assist goes to Hill. George has got 5 points so far.
You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play it.
Sullinger, the screen on the wing. Johnson dishes it to Crowder. He kicks to Sullinger. Tries to snap the cold streak, and the layup is good. Sullinger's got his first bucket of the night.
I love how he establishes his post position inside before he converts. And really a fantastic season for Sullinger last year. Really made some leaps forward, but missed a lot of time still due to injury.
It's time now to look at the NBA's toughest defensive teams from a season ago. The Pacers 4th.
I mean, they held opponents to so few points that it allowed them to win games even when their offense wasn't clicking.
And some changes here for the Pacers. Mahinmi's checked in for Hill. Turner comes in for Allen. Rodney Stuckey's subbed in for Monte Ellis. Turner's checked in for the Celtics. Marcus Smart comes in for Thomas. Indiana leading by 3. Hill kicks to Turner. Pick up by Hill. The shot by Turner, no good.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Now here's Smart. There's the pick. Back to Bradley. Johnson the screen. Shot clock at 6. Bradley dishes to Johnson. Here's Turner. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Indiana's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Outside Hill. Inside. Here's Mahinmi. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Mahinmi's got his first 2 points.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Johnson to screen. Bradley drives in. Paul George grabs the miss. Pacers leading by 5. Here's Stuckey, and the layup's good off the glass.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
And Turner kicks to Smart. Johnson up top. Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's Bradley, and the bank shot is good.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
Now, here's George. 5 points in the game. And the shot is good. George has got 7.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Well, a chance to check out Evan Turner. Last season's performance for him put up about 9 points per, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds. And this is the kind of strong, steady play you like to see. He's earning his keep and helping them win games.
And guys, they're finally getting the consistency they wanted to see from him. Look for that to continue.
Hill, he's checked in for Paul George. And then for Boston. Jerebko's checked in for Crowder. And it's Rozier in for Avery Bradley. Feeds to Stuckey. Pass to Hill. There's the pick. Hill passes to Stuckey. It's back to Hill. Mahinmi kicks to Hill. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
At the top of the key, Turner. No good. In and out, off the rim.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
Now here's Turner, following the miss by Miles Turner. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And both teams on fire from the opening tip.
Well, I don't doubt it, Greg. We're going to have an entertaining game of basketball here today. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that's the case.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Pacers.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown. And Evan Turner is one of those guys, he just gives you a little bit of everything. I mean, he can play multiple positions, handles the ball, he can pass it, shoot it. Kind of a Swiss Army jackknife who uses multiple tools to his advantage.
And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. Well, Greg, for Evan Turner, the one area where he can still develop in a big way is with the jump shot. Clark, 28% from 3 last season. Really is not going to make it.
Yeah, that's been the one stain on his game, the lack of that deep shooting ability, but everything else he can do. He can handle, he passes, he rebounds, but to be an elite player, he's got to be able to knock down that 3 ball better.
That free throw good for Mahinmi. Celtics trail by 4. Here's Rozier. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Hill pulls it in.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Hill kicks to Stuckey. And Hill has it in the corner. No good from outside. Boston's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Jerebko dishes to Smart. Out to the right wing. 1:44 left here in the first quarter. Offensive rebound. Johnson, the pass to Rozier. Smart wide open. He fires. It's good from long range.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
Hill kicks to Stuckey. 14 feet away. That one rolling around and rims out. Boston trailing. Here's Smart. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Smart's got his second bucket of the night. Indiana's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter.
And now, let's hear it for your East Face.
How about a look at the Pacers and where they ranked in the NBA last season? 3rd in opponent field goal percentage, 4th in opponent points per game, and they also showed up in the top 5 in team rebounds. That means everybody's doing their job on the boards. This is a very strong rebounding team.
And you mentioned their ranking in terms of opponent field goal percentage. Such an important stat. They did not give up the easy looks. You really had to work for whatever you got.
Stuckey right side. There's 53 seconds left in the first quarter. They set the screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From downtown. And that one's good. Stuckey's got 5.
And another quick lead change here. How many of these are we going to have tonight?
I'm not quite sure, but I'm willing to bet it'll be more than a few.
Here's Rozier. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near them. They were all over him.
Now here is Hill. There's 18 seconds left in the first. Hill has the open look. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Now it's a 5-point Pacer lead.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Here's Rozier. He feeds it to Smart. There's the 3. The shot is off. And so the first quarter is in the books. Pacers out in front, up 5. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And Amir Johnson resigned in Toronto. He's been a big part of this team for years, and he talked about their great fan support in Toronto.
almost like a soccer atmosphere. I don't know if you've been to a soccer game overseas, but they're just always cheering, rowdy, jumping up and down, waving towels. It's just a great atmosphere, you know, and it's inspirational just to watch the support we have, and it's something that you want to play for the country.
A lot of fans south of the border in the U.S. are surprised when they learn how passionate, Clark, the fans in Toronto can be.
You know, Kevin, that's so true. I mean, when they get it going at the Air Canada Center, that place rocks. And it's great to hear Amir talk about how that pumps him up and makes him want to do it for Canada.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Pacers so far, guys.
It's just been a long-range battle for them and one that they're winning right now.
Yeah, sharp shooting from deep, a big part of why they're up.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court right now for the Pacers. Ellis is out there with Solomon Hill. Then there's Hill. Then it's Paul George. And it's Allen in at the 4 spot. Now here's Bradley after Jordan Hill's miss. Sullinger, no good.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
And it's the Pacers with the ball. After Jared Sullinger's miss, they get it back. Good. George has got the lead up to 7 now for Indiana.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
The feed to Sullinger. Back to Thomas. 3-pointer. The Pacers pull it in.
And for a long time now, Indiana has protected the rim. It's one of the core elements of their defense and why they are so strong on D every year.
George dishes to Ellis. Hill a screen on Thomas. Here's the floater. Outside for George. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
And it's something we haven't seen much of at the opposite end of the floor.
Now here's Crowder. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. In the corner, Bradley with it. And that one comes up a bit short. And last year for Indiana, top 3 at protecting the rim. Opponent shot under 50%, right at the hoop line.
You know, that number might not sound like a lot, but being under 50% on essentially layups, that's a big deal. Protecting the rim is a huge part of winning basketball. Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
The Boston Celtics figured to be near the bottom of the league last year. In many ways, they outperformed a lot of people's expectations.
And by no means were they a contender at any point, but they very well could be ahead of themselves in terms of the rebuilding process.
Checking out the stats for Isaiah Thomas. Some last season stats for him. Last season put up about 16 points a game, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. He has been terrific throughout, putting up some huge numbers offensively.
Yeah, you know, you just plug him in. He's a flat-out scoring machine. When you plug him up, let him go.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now.
And with the Celtics being a surprise threat near the end of last season, even their losses were close games.
Now here's Sullinger. 11 points for him in that last game against San Antonio. The three from Thomas in the hoop for his fourth field goal. 4 for 7 shooting and looking for more.
Talk about doing a Rip Van Winkle on defense. Come on, guys, wake up. Why are they leaving him open at the three-point line? Come on.
Hill sets the screen for Ellis. Hill left side. Pass to George. Kicks it to Allen. Indiana moving it around. And there's Paul George on the assist from Monte Ellis. 14 points for Paul George.
To back up your point about the Celtics being in close games, I mean, their point differential on the year was less than where you would expect it to be for a team that made the playoffs. I mean, it really gives you an idea of how many close games they played.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Ellis kicks to Allen. Hill passes to Hill. It's back to Hill. Lock at 6. And it's Ellis penetrating. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Ellis has got his first bucket in this one. Bradley against Hill. Bradley dishes to Crowder. Sullinger the screen. Hill against Zeller. The shot by Sullinger wide open. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Ellis kicks to Allen. And he finishes nicely on the way. And the Pacers lead by 10.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Here's Thomas. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Thomas got 5 points in the quarter.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Now here's Ellis. 32 points for him last game against the Pistons in Detroit.
And you know, he was getting fouled time and time again and really delivered at the free throw line. Huge contribution there, guys.
That's good. Hill's got 5 points so far.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
The Pacers have only 1 missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. The Celtics really seemed to get better as last season wore on, too. GA finished the year looking very dangerous.
Kevin, with the Celtics, they were dynamite after the All-Star break. Had the second best record in the Eastern Conference post-All-Star.
Both free throws good from Hill.
You know, one of the big things for the Celtics after the All-Star break was they played smarter. I mean, they went from the middle of the pack in terms of turnovers to a team that rarely made mistakes.
Yeah, that's a good point about the Celtics and their turnovers. Last year after the All-Star break, they were 4th in the league in limiting their mistakes. They played well beyond their years down the stretch.
At this break in the action, we can show you the teams that had the most rebounds last season. The Pacers in 5th.
Well, I tell you what, Kevin, they never eased up on the boards throughout last season. I mean, they were tenacious. They persevered. They were aggressive. I mean, they went after the boards hard.
The Pacers making a switch here. Hill's checked in. Celtics trail by 12. Outside Thomas. Sullinger, a screen on Hill. Stolen by Allen. And now it's Allen. Running. He can go all the way. And yes, sir, that one drops. Allen's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
They get it back.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game. And the lead continues to increase. They are just playing flawless basketball at both ends.
Greg, I can't identify an area where this team has underperformed. I mean, they've been 5-star in every category.
And they get it. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
The Celtics have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
First free throw is good.
And the Pacers just missed out on the playoffs last year and would have to settle for 9th in the East. Hard for a team that has been so dominant in the East over recent seasons.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Mahinmi's checked in for Hill. Turner comes in for Lavoy Allen. Rodney Stuckey subbed in for Paul George. He doesn't get the second one. And for the Pacers against the East, they actually played the rest of the conference, Greg, very well. Ended with a 28-24 record, Clark, against the East.
The only team, Kevin, in the East with a winning record against the rest of the conference not to make the playoffs. Only went 10-19 against the playoff teams in the conference.
Turner. And it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
And that was not a soft foul he had to get through, Greg. I mean, he had to really power that one up and in.
And how thrilled must have Evan Turner been last season to get a second chance. Clark, with the boost in minutes, the confidence of the coaching staff, his game almost just changed overnight.
Yeah, he's a guy who needs the basketball. He's such a good, solid playmaker and has excellent size. Never had a chance in Indiana to really handle the ball and play to his strengths because of Paul George and Lance Stevenson, but he found a nice niche in Boston.
Well, you know what he can do after watching him for so many years with the Buckeyes.
Yeah, he's terrific. Good basketball IQ, too.
Now, here is Hill. 10 points for him. Shot clock at 5. But 3. Goes back up, and he lays it up and in. Mahinmi's got 7 points in the game.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
They get it again. Johnson, the pass to Jerebko. Back to Johnson. Passes it to Smart. They set the pick. He dishes it to Turner. Here's Rozier. He's guarded by Hill. They shoot again. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Rozier's got his first points of the night.
And boy, did Evan Turner make the most of his second chance last season. Played with more focus. Huge minutes for him with the Celtics. He may have found a home.
Now, here is Hill. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Detroit.
And what I enjoyed when watching that game was the way he balanced getting his shot and also incorporating his teammates.
And Boston has possession following the miss by Monte Ellis. Rozier the pass to Johnson, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two.
You know, it was a career year all around for Tucker last season. Still has work to do on his game, but showed he can contribute to a winning team. Very good value for his contract, too. You can never discount that.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
And the first one drops.
And, you know, the NBA loves to experiment with different rules in different ways. The D-League last season used international rules for goaltending. And that small change makes a huge impact on the defensive end.
He hits both from the stripe. And for the international rules of goaltending, players are allowed to touch the ball after it hits the iron, even if it is over the cylinder.
I'm not sure if the NBA is going to adapt that rule, but I think it wouldn't be a big deal to adapt it because there aren't a lot of times that play happens in the game. I think it would be a small percentage of those plays over the course of a season.
Now here is Hill. He's got 10. They get the rebound. Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2. And the Pacers lead by 14. Boston's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Burke has some information for us, Doris.
Hey, guys. Well, Brad Stevens had some advice for the team over that last break. He was intent on running their offense through Turner. Coach is looking for big things from him throughout the rest of this game on the offensive end. A lot of the scoring burden will fall on him. Being in the position they're in, probably a smart move to go to the clipboard and switch things up while we're still in the first half. Kevin?
Thanks a lot, Doris. Now here's Johnson. 17 points for him last game against San Antonio.
Yeah, but Kevin, a lot of those points came at the line. I mean, he was aggressive to attack the D, not settling, and really did a good job of cashing in on those free throws.
And here's Ellis from beyond the arc. The shot is off. Now Boston takes it the other way. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Turner against Hill. Turner dishes to Johnson. Back to Turner. Here's Rozier. Jerebko kicks to Johnson. Here's Rozier. He's guarded by Stuckey. Now Smart. He's got 5. They set the pick. Turner passes to Rozier. Tries yet again. Hill pulls it in. Indiana leading by 14. To the inside. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way.
And now a look at Monte Ellis. The numbers on him. How he did last season. 8th in steals and amongst the league's top-tier scorers. Top 20 in points per game.
And top 10 in steals, as you said last year. Always a threat to cause a turnover.
Celtics trail by 14. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
from 11 feet away.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
1:07 left to play here in the second quarter. Looking to end his cold spell.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Here's Rozier. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. These teams were last season's best passers. The squads with the most assists in the NBA. In fourth, the Celtics.
Well, I thought this team last season was a team that had some beautiful dimes. I mean, they would spread the floor with their ball movement and spacing and player movement. It was a beautiful thing to watch. Nice passes leading to baskets.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Well, you could see a change in the play with the Celtics after the trade deadline last year. And adding Isaiah Thomas gave them some pop off the bench and really created some balance for them offensively.
Now here is Hill. 10 points for him. And he recovers it. 6 to shoot. Beyond the arc. And Boston with the rebound. Turner's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Now the pass to Rozier. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. There's the pick. Johnson with a screen on Turner. Back to Turner. No one near him. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Turner's got 5 points in the quarter. Ellis outside. It's Hill on the wing. Launches it. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. Ellis has got 5 assists tonight. Rozier can't get it to go. And that concludes the first half. Pacers lead by 15. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Monte, you guys had very active hands out there, and your defense seemed really to drive your offense.
We know if we get defense to stop, we're going to lead the offense. So that's going to be our main focal point is defense and get out and run.
Gotta love a fast-paced team, Monte. Thank you. Kevin?
Thanks so much, Doris. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back in there for the start of the 3rd quarter after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. Paul George taking care of business in this one. He had 16 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 block. It's really great to see him back to what appears to be top form coming off the injury. There's a sense of reassurance that he's healthy after the first 2 quarters back. And Kenny, what'd you think about what we saw from Indiana?
They're just pulling down rebounds at will. Their aggressiveness has been dynamite, flying in from all angles. With rebounding, you assume that everything is amiss, and obviously they've taken that to heart.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Boston?
You don't have to dig very deep to see why they're getting crushed. Just look at the rebounding stats. They've been weak juice on the glass, and it's going to cost them. Weak juice and barbecue chicken, what a diet. I'm sure they're getting an earful in the locker room right now, and they deserve it, Ernie.
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get started. Back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We're going to sit right here and wait for the end of the game and talk at you again.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a 1-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the 3rd.
Well, how about Paul George in this one? He's got 16 points, and he's hit the mark twice from three-point range as well.
And Clark, it's no stretch to say the more points he gives them from beyond the arc, the better off they'll be.
On the court for the Celtics, Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side. Sullinger and Zeller are the duo down low. And it's Crowder in at the three. Bradley dishes to Zeller. Sullinger the screen. The fadeaway. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over him, but that is a difficult shot to sink.
And George kicks to Ellis. Here's the dish to Hill. Fires for three. Crowder pulls it in. Celtics trail by 15. Thomas kicks to Crowder. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Hill against Thomas. Sullinger with a screen for Thomas. Connects from three-point range. Thomas got the first points of the second half up on the board for Boston. Pacers leading by 12. Ellis kicks to Hill. Allen a screen on Thomas. Deflects the pass. Here's Hill. Again missing Hill. Boston's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Thomas against Hill. Zeller a screen on Hill. Thomas goes in. Thomas with another miss.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
Crowder the pass to Thomas. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Again, Thomas missing. Indiana's gone 6 of 14 with the three ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. Moment here now for an injury report.
Yes, guys, I was able to catch up with Boston's head athletic trainer. He told me that it doesn't look too serious. That's a bitter pill for them to swallow at such an early stage of the season. It really changes the look of this entire team, guys.
Okay, Doris, sounds like he won't be out for too long.
Well, hopefully that's the case, Kevin, and he'll be back before long.
Taking a look at Avery Bradley, his career has been kind of up and down. Greg started out in high school where he developed into one of the nation's top prospects in high school.
You know, it's a great point. And as a college freshman, really established himself as one of the top defensive guards in the country, won numerous awards, then enters the draft after only 1 year.
You know, with Avery Bradley, he was the 19th pick in the draft for the Celtics. The outlook for him was great, but then ball handling and shooting injury concerns flattened out his development. He had a hard time getting over the hump for a few years, but he's over it now.
Catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Frank Vogel addressing his team. He made it clear that their offense needed to run through Paul George. Their offense is most effective, Coach said, when he is most involved, and they're looking for total involvement from him for the rest of this game. There's still plenty of basketball left to play, and as we watch how these adjustments play out, Kev, it'll be interesting.
Thanks, Doris.
And, you know, getting back to Avery Bradley, he's been dynamite the last 2 years. He's finally found consistency with the mid-range jumper and plays a complete game of basketball. With just a little more seasoning, I really feel like the sky's the limit.
Now, here is George. 16 points for him. Thomas against Hill. Dishes it to Ellis. Clock at 4. Lets it go. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Ellis has got 10 points in the game.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Bradley against Ellis. Puts it up from 15. Here's Zeller. Shot is no good. Hill with some nice D. Pacers leading by 14. In the corner, George with it. George double teamed. Looking for Allen and gets it there. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. The Indiana Pacers had a solid season last year, given they were without their star for most of it. They played well at home.
Yeah, even without Paul George, they were in contention. How about 23-18 at home, which is really a solid mark when you consider they didn't have their 2 best players from a season ago.
All right, now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
You know, for the Pacers in their 23-18 home record, that was better than several teams that made the playoffs in the East. They were very tough at home at the defensive end of the floor.
And Indiana making a change here. Hill's checked in. And Allen drops them both.
And the Pacers were 3rd in the league in field goal percentage against at home. Something about this crowd really drives the Pacers on the defensive end, even in a down year.
Now here's Zeller. Sullinger the screen. Sullinger with a screen for Bradley. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Bradley's got his second basket of the game.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Bradley against Hill. Down low. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for Indiana.
But they're rebounding. They've given themselves a lot of second chances, and it's really helped them.
Yeah, but also they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Both free throws good from Hill.
Can you believe the job they're doing at the foul line since halftime? I mean, they've been perfect so far.
Yeah, as cool as can be, Clark. Great focus and efficiency. That's how they built this lead.
Thomas kicks to Sullinger, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thomas.
Well, let's take a look at where Boston ended up, Kevin, last year in the league rankings. 4th in assists, 8th in steals. And they were one of the top 10 teams in the league at scoring points off turnovers. I'd call them a very opportunistic team.
And from those assist numbers, you can see this was a very unselfish team. Their passing was really infectious and made them a tough team to defend.
Now, here's George. He's got 16. George double teamed. Hill has the open look. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Thomas against Hill. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
How about that, going up strong? I mean, he doesn't care how much height he's giving up. It's attitude with him.
And guys, as much as Isaiah Thomas can help you on offense, at times he can hurt you on the defensive side, immediately posted up by whomever he's guarding. You have to give help, and of course that leaves your defense vulnerable, particularly on the weak side and controlling that defensive backboard.
One shot.
Greg, you're talking about Isaiah Thomas before. Certainly his short stature limits him on Clark, the defensive side.
Yeah, but you know what? He doesn't rack up a ton of steals, given his instincts and quickness. I think he really focuses on making his impact at the offensive end.
And now a look at Jared Sullivan. He had a strong showing last season. Averaged about 13 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. And you can't downplay the importance of good size off the bench.
Space invader, a big guy who simply holds his ground and makes opponents work around him. That's good stuff.
Shooting two. Shooting two.
And that one falls for Allen.
Well, so far for Coach Brad Stevens, the Celtics have had nothing but praise for their outstanding young coach. No surprise for those of us who know Brad. The team is really moving ahead in the rebuilding process, and he gets a lot of the credit for that.
He makes 1 of 2 that time. And part of the reason why the Celtics are ahead of schedule in the rebuild is because of Coach Brad Stevens. He has everyone on the same page.
You know what? You talk around the league about Coach Stevens, and other coaches are just astounded by his work ethic. People around the league think he's already a top coach and could be one of the greats by the time he's done if he stays at the professional level.
The drive by Hill misses from close range.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Sullinger, the screen. Pass to Bradley. Boston, no good that time either.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Thomas against Hill. He kicks it to Hill. Three-pointer. Good. Hill's got 7 points in the game.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
Bradley dishes to Crowder. Zeller against Hill. Thomas makes that one fall. It's his 8th bucket in 15 shot attempts.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
George with the screen on Thomas. Right side George. Inside. Allen passes to Hill. Hill against Thomas. Again missing Hill.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Crowder kicks to Thomas. Feeds it to Sullinger. Baseline J on the way. And Allen with the block. That'll be Boston as it goes out of bounds. Celtics retain possession. Indiana making some changes. Mahinmi comes in for LaVoy Allen. Rodney Stuckey subbed in for George. Johnson, he's checked in for the Celtics. Smart comes in for Avery Bradley. Here's Thomas. He's got 21. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one so far.
And Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference.
Turner's checked in for Indiana. The Celtics also changing it up. Jerebko comes in for Tyler Zeller. And it's Turner in for Jay Crowder. Now Turner for Isaiah Thomas, missed from long range.
At the line for your Pacers, Miles Turner, taking 2 shots.
All right, now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. All free throws good from Turner. Celtics trail by 17. Pacers didn't have the year they wanted to last season. Still, their defense was right near the top. They kind of hang their hat on that, don't they?
Exactly. I mean, that is what this team's culture is all about, defense. And even in a down year, they were very hard to play against for other teams.
5 to shoot. Jerebko dishes to Turner. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Turner's got 14 points. Pacers leading by 14. And the basket by Hill.
And the Pacers defense as strong as ever. And you mentioned 4th in points allowed in terms of their opponents. How about 3rd also in opponent field goal percentage?
Now here's Thomas to the inside. Here's Jerebko and Turner with the block. Turner passes to Thomas. Double team on Thomas. Boston needs to get off a shot. No one near Turner as he lets it go. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. 16 points for Evan Turner.
You know, with the Pacers, a lot of their success on defense comes from protecting the rim and controlling the boards. They were top 5 in the NBA in rebounds per game. They know that hitting the boards is a big part of being a good defensive team.
Now, here's Thomas. 21 points in the game. With a step back. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
Here is Mahinmi. He has 7. Outside Hill. Terrific design on the pick foot, and he lays it in. Hill's got 15 points.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
And Turner kicks to Jerebko. Here's the screen. Thomas outside. Again, Thomas missing.
Boy, he's got a nice looking stroke. That almost went in.
Yeah, and a lot of times he'll still knock those down no matter how good the D is.
Now here is Hill. 15 points in the game. Outside Hill. Turner dishes to Hill. Releases. Again missing Hill.
The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done.
Smart with the ball. He's picked up by Hill. On the wing, Turner. 16 points for him. Johnson the screen. Thomas kicks to Turner. And the 3 off target. Pacers leading by 16. Hill passes to Turner. Stuckey dishes to Hill. Pick up by Hill. Indiana moving it around. Mahinmi kicks to Hill. The feed now to Mahinmi. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Stuckey for 3. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. 8 points in the game for Stuckey.
That's a layup for him. He's just too open.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
And Turner with the block. And oh, here we go with Hill. Nobody back. Finished off the break. Hill's got 7 points for the quarter.
Defensively, I think they've got to do a better job of bodying them up.
Clearly, they've been outclassed in the paint, really at both ends of the floor.
There's Thomas with the 3, and it's good.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
And here is Stuckey. He's got 8. There's the screen. Right side Hill. And he banks in the layup. Hill's got 17 now.
And that's just showing off right there, guys. I mean, he is too good with that crossover.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Indiana out in front, opening up a huge gap. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway.
Check it out.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Here's Ellis. They've got Paul George. Hill is out there with LaVoy Allen. Then there's Rodney Stuckey. And it's Ellis at the shooting guard. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Now here's Ellis. Stuckey outside. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Celtics trail by 20. It's Bradley on the wing. He's guarded by Ellis. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
You know what? Those are shots you just hate to miss when you get those kinds of bunnies on a possession.
There's PG creating for a teammate. Terrific dime drop.
Here's Smart after the made shot from Monte Ellis. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Well, last year, Tyler Zeller both started and came off the bench, showed he could be an effective player, even when playing heavy minutes.
Yeah, and if you look at the games that he played as a starter, he increased his usage, and it didn't bother his production at all.
Shooting two. Shooting two.
No good on that one.
And for Zeller last season, his numbers were the same or better as a starter. His scoring picked up a touch. Still had a great field goal percentage, too. So really solid production in his first couple of years.
And the second free throw, good.
And I think the big thing for Zeller was that he found his role in the league. He knows he'll be an energy guy who has to make the most of his touches. And to his credit, he is nothing but a positive force on the floor.
Now here's Stuckey. 13 feet away. Rebound Boston. Zeller's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. And Sullinger kicks to Bradley. Wide open look. And it falls over the rim and in.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Stuckey outside. He feeds it to Ellis. On the wing, George. Just 5 on the clock. And he gets it to go.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
Bradley dishes to Smart. Sullinger the screen.
Well, the game's getting bigger, going international. But at least in the U.S., it really seems the game is going indoors. Back in the day, the legends of the game still played on the blacktop. That's becoming a thing of the past.
Now, here is George after Jared Sullinger's miss. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Pass to Bradley, and Sullinger kicks to Smart. They get it again. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Check out the game for Sullinger. He's got 10 points and a block. He's shown some flash with his passing and some grit with his board work.
Yeah, not a combination that too many players in our league possess.
And for Sullinger last season, further indication, Clark, that he needs to keep working on his conditioning.
And that was a concern coming into the league with Jared, is just how committed would he be to working on his body all the time and maintaining a level of conditioning that he needs. And injuries have been a part of that not being the case, but when he's out there, he's capable.
First one falls for him.
And talking about Sullinger, you wonder if he's been in the right scheme for the past couple years. He's not a three-point shooter. He's a back-to-the-basket banger. You want proof? Only hit 28% from behind the arc last season, and that was his career high.
Both free throws good from Sullinger.
You know, on the topic of Sullinger, guys, he said publicly that people are doubting him. And he's right. I mean, until he gets in better shape and stays that way, there will always be questions surrounding that part of his game. Hopefully for him going forward, he can be more Duncan than Diop in the way he treats his body.
And slam dunk by Allen.
And guys, that's his game. I mean, battling in the paint and cashing in on those second chance opportunities.
And Greg cashing in hard. I mean, man, oh man, he puts an exclamation point on that dunk.
Yes.
Guys, that's the only way he knows how to do it. Soft, I don't even think is in his vocabulary.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jordan Hill. That's foul number 2 for him. And that one falls for Zeller. Pacers leading by 17. And George, here we go. And there are the Pacers with another bucket.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Now here's Zeller. Kicks it to Bradley. There's the triple. Second chance effort. And Zeller with the lay-in. Zeller's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Here's Stuckey. Over in the corner, Ellis. Again, the miss by Ellis. Now here's Crowder. Passes it to Smart. Sullinger dishes to Bradley. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Pacers leading by 15. Ellis with it. Stuckey outside. Back to Ellis. Allen, a screen on Bradley, and it's Ellis penetrating. Here's Allen. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. Ellis has got 6 assists in the game.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
Now here's Sullinger. He dishes it to Zeller. Sullinger, a screen on George. Crowder, the pass to Sullinger. Zeller up top. He kicks it to Smart. The shot hits the front of the rim and out. For Indiana, they've gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. And the shot is good from Stuckey.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
There's got to be a wall of defense when it comes to attacking the paint. Plain and simple.
Now here's Sullinger. The pass to Bradley. There's the 3. Hill pulls it in. Pacers leading by 19 points. Stuckey outside. To the middle. For 3, Ellis. no luck. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Pick by Zeller. Zeller, a screen on Stuckey. Smart. Boston, no good that time either.
And he's really having all sorts of problems with his jumper right now.
Yeah, big time. I mean, the words that come to mind, ice and cold and disappearing stroke, all would apply.
Now here is Hill. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. The drive by Ellis. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. And the Pacers lead by 21.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Here's Zeller, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Well, you know, we're far enough away from the 2013 draft where we can start to get a feel for just how strong it was. I mean, the initial feeling was it was a weak draft, but there have been some gems coming out of it of late.
All right, now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And for the 2013 draft class, not sure if there are going to be a lot of all-stars from that class, but there are quite a bit of rotational players that are effective.
And Kevin, listen, there's still a chance to see a couple of all-stars emerge from the class, as there are some elite talents that just need time to grow. And overall, there weren't too many complete misses. Almost every lottery pick is a rotation player at this point.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
Now here is Hill. Ellis outside. The dish now to Hill. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
You know, I can think of one way to describe George Hill. It's the culmination of several attributes. I mean, he comes from the school of Popovich, plays under control, always in the right place defensively. The way I describe him is just steady.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. An interesting thing about George Hill, he was traded from the Spurs to the Pacers a few years back. Many people were surprised the Spurs would even trade a valuable veteran when they were trying to win a championship. But who did they trade him for? Kawhi Leonard. A pretty good deal.
Well, you know, Hill is really solid. He knocks down open shots, can run the offense or play off the ball equally well. I think he's a terrific combo guard. Gives you a little bit of everything and does it in a professional way. And that's typically what attracts him to other teams.
Now here's Thomas. Dishes to Crowder. Back to Sullinger. And that one's on target from the wing.
Assistant, Jay Crowder.
Indiana leading by 20. Ellis outside. Pick up by Hill. Now Hill. Four on the shot clock. Shoots. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. It's on Isaiah Thomas.
2 shots. Foul. 2.
Hey guys, no doubt George Hill had it rough last season. He missed the first 28 games with that left knee injury, came back for 5, then missed another 11 games before his season got going. But you know what? He had one of his most productive years from that point on.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And getting back to George Hill, what a second half of the season he had. He tore up several key categories, Clark.
Yeah, he was bogged down by injuries early in the season. Came back to average career highs in points, rebounds, and assists, partly because he was finally treated and looked to as a go-to guy, and he thrived in that role.
Slowing down George Hill, no easy feat. He's got 21 points, and the three-pointers have been dropping for him. He's got 3 of them.
You know what, Clark? If you continue to shoot the way he is, he may have to become more of an integral part of their offensive scheme.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
Offensive rebound. The kick out to Hill. Pick up by Hill. Outside, George. Pass to Hill. Again, missing Hill. Boston's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it.
A temporary lapse of focus from him on that turnover. It's embarrassing, but on occasion it does happen.
Indiana leading by 22. Ellis kicks to Hill. Ellis with the screen for Hill. It's blocked. Now here's Bradley, the fast break opportunity. Crowder dishes to Thomas. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That's on Monte Ellis.
And one thing about the NBA, there are a ton of siblings currently playing in the league. Some on the same team, some on opposing sides, but there must be over a half a dozen sets of siblings.
All right, now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. As you said, Greg, there are a ton of sibling pairs in the NBA. Even more, Clark, if you include the D-League.
Well, you start with the Plumlees, the Gasols, the Teagues, Zellers. For twins, you have the Lopez twins, Morris twins, the Zellers, Gasols, Teagues, Steph, and Seth Curry. Count 2 with the D-League.
That's a lot. That's a lot. And both free throws good for Thomas.
Well, some really terrific numbers for Thomas. He's got 26 points, and he's drained 3 three-point bombs so far.
Don't stop. Don't hesitate. Keep firing from out there when the shot's falling like this.
And here's Hill for 3. Rebound, Boston.
And still looking for his first triple of the second half. He had 3 at halftime.
Pick by Zeller. 11 feet away, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Hill.
Celtics call timeout. Here we go, Pacers fans. Now coming on court are your Pacers.
Bradley drives in. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
There's been a change in his game compared to what we saw in the first half. I mean, he's scoring with a lot of confidence now.
And now, let's hear it for your Ace Mates.
Pacers leading by 18. Outside Hill. Feeds it to George. There's a good screen. And no good as it rattles out. Celtics trail by 18. Crowder the pass to Sullinger. Can't get it to go. So the Pacers will take it the other way. Hill against Thomas. Hill kicks to George. Crowder with the steal. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. And the dunk by Zeller.
And that steal paid instant dividends.
No wasted time or motion getting out on that fast break.
The feed to Ellis. Indiana again missing. Boston's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Bradley dishes to Thomas. He feeds it to Zeller. Sullinger the screen. Clock at 6. Outside Brent. Unloads. Misses off the left iron. Pacers leading by 16.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Pacers.
Clark, what do you think was the deciding factor in this one?
Simply field goal percentage. They shot the ball much better than the opponent.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
In what should be an exciting 4-game season series between these two teams, they have to feel great about taking this first one tonight against the Celtics.
And so many key players that you could point to tonight, but in particular, a great game for Hill. Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play.
Jared Sullinger at the line for 2.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
Free throw good from Sullinger. So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. And a new group in for the Celtics. Johnson, he's checked in for Zeller. Jerebko comes in for Crowder. Marcus Smart's checked in for Avery Bradley. And it's Turner in for Thomas. The free throw's good from Sullinger. Here's Young. Clark, if they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Amen. I think that's the best option.
Hill kicks to Young. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Here's Turner and the dunk to finish it off. Oh, beauty.
Well, they're going to walk out of here with a win and send this crowd home happy.
Yeah, you know, it was a real solid performance for them in a lot of areas. I mean, they should be proud of their work tonight.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
That's his 2nd personal foul. At the line for the Pacers, Jared Sullinger. taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. Good on both. Guys, they've really built a nice lead here.
And I tell you what, I don't see any sign of them slowing down.
And here is Stuckey. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
Well, you know, it makes a big difference. I mean, you never felt like they had any doubts that they'd come out on top.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Guys, Paul George standing by with me here. And Paul, first, congratulations on the win. What's the attitude you have as a team right now?
Continue to, play together. And we can just stick to that, keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down. We'll be all right.
Paul, thank you so much. Guys, over to you.
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. Now time to head over to the studio where the award-winning Ernie Johnson is with Shaq and Kenny, all standing by. Guys, take it away.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, George Hill. He stepped up his game tonight, getting it done all game long and making the plays whenever they needed him to.
You know what, Ernie? I must admit it. I didn't see this kind of performance coming from him tonight. He's been coming off a stretch of game where he just looked lost out there. To see him turn around this quickly, it's a nice surprise. Play after play, he was getting after it, making plays, and making it look easy.
They asked an awful lot from him tonight offensively, and he delivered. When they needed a big bucket, he was the guy they turned to, and he delivered, like I said. I mean, this guy was unbelievable. He did not shy away from the moment.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night, and we'll see you again soon, but not soon enough.